So among this demographic, it's very clear that they do not have rich people, number one, or their rich people are scumbags. They do not feed everyone, so they allow some people to starve in the street. They have formally changed my husband's body shape from skinny and lean to honeypot shape, like this, like someone is possibly doing something to him.
I'm going. Bye.
And okay, I'm not done. Okay, I'm not done. So he looks like a Winnie the Pooh character, literally. They intermittently change his identity and the way that he discusses things and speaks to me and make him like a lesbian, which I'm not attracted to at all whatsoever. They're not allowing him to wear any sort of clothing that is conducive with or in alignment with his role as a husband, his gender as a male, his sexual identity as heterosexual. And then they're making him have this weed that smells like it's some sort of very harsh, gross chemical. Like it smells like you want to kill yourself when the odor comes around you. Like it's awful. I don't want to live here ever again. There's no life for me here. They don't even allow Xavier and I to feel love within one another. They don't allow us to sleep together, to hold each other, to be physically intimate, nor do they allow it with anyone else. They allow people to stir up the emotion of love or the potential of love within your soul and falsely misrepresent themselves as someone who might be able to bring you love or solutions or support. And that person always shows up as part of a group, as part of a demographic. So maybe it's 3 or 4 people, maybe it's 2 people, maybe it's an employer group. Then after that person makes you these implied gestures of grandeur, they disappear. There's no dates. There's no activities. There's no any fucking thing. There's nothing. It's just all fucking fake. You walk by the restaurants, the people are sitting there not eating. Some people are eating, not many. And then they're giving Xavier bags full of garbage, actual literal garbage to eat. Big bags full of garbage. And for whatever reason, they think that it's acceptable to then offer it to me the next day. So they're starving me or only allowing me to eat in certain circumstances. There's no one around me that's helping me with anything. I've applied to numerous restaurants, management capacity jobs. I went on an interview to work as a fucking hot dog maker at a hot dog stand. That is how non-bougie, they keep calling me bougie, because I speak proper English and don't want to hear songs about spreading open your sister's friend's asshole and fucking her with your guy, doesn't make me bougie. Okay, we have a different set of understandings and standards for the world. You're gross, disrespectful, and awful, and I'm not. What the fuck, you know? Has nothing to do with bougie. Then they've got Xavier going out, but never going out. So he's like up all night in normal spirits. You know, he looks like a dude. He's flirting. He's talking to everyone, but I don't have anyone to speak to. I'm not allowed to go out there and try to date people. I'm not allowed to go look for a husband. I have to be in this committed relationship with Dylan, who I haven't seen since 2021, but God forbid he have to fucking defend himself in the line of fire. I'm his wife only so that I could defend his fucking position, share all the information that he doesn't want to share. Lewis, Orlando, haven't seen them since 2021 also. Haven't seen my kids since, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, 7 months ago. 3 days already it's been. 3 fucking days that I haven't been able to speak with my children on Facebook video. 3 days. Then my husband is intermittently walking from wherever the fuck he's laying on the sidewalk. Here he is currently. Now, but mind you, he wasn't here. I came here. They woke me up this morning trying to make me urinate on myself. Literally. I had to race away at like 4:30 in the fucking morning to prevent myself from urinating on myself. I come here first thing because this is where Xavier says he'll be. He was nowhere to be found. I'm beeping and beeping and beeping. I'm laying on the horn, calling his name, Xavier, Xavier. He usually calls me or stays with me every night. I haven't slept alone in nearly 5 years. So this is really fucked up. You know, it's not a situation that you want to be going through with someone, let alone by yourself. Winter's about to get here. It's going to be cold. And, you know, I am very eager for solutions to present themselves. The higher authority tells me every goddamn fucking day that I'll never have to go through this again. I told them I was at saturation point about 7 years ago. So if we need to rewind, we could start with David Shepard, Detective David Shepard, grabbing me from driving in the vehicle with my ex-husband, Lewis's mom, tells me that I need to hang around Arnett Flowers, some guy named Fluid, some guy named Tick, some guy named Dylan, some guy named, and fill in the blank. Starts telling me all these guys' names, right? Cadillac Joe, all these fucking guys. I don't know these guys at all. I had met these guys maybe once in passing with some lady named Erin who worked not even in healthcare, but they gave her my identity and brought her to school so that she could fucking speak about her 4 kids. Then they needed to get me pregnant with a 4th child so that on the line and in audio while they're making music, everyone could be fucking confused about who's got 4, who's got 3. They both work in healthcare. She's in administration. She's in nursing. Well, is she the nurse or is she the administrator? Who knows? My head's spinning. And this entire fucking collusion that's been going on for 10 goddamn years. And I report and give a play-by-play over and over and over. And I say, you know what? If you don't, here's the thing. If I'm here, no, Officer Shepard, Detective Shepard, I can't fucking follow these people around and tell you what fucking types of crimes they're up to. No, I cannot. Number 1, because I'm not a cop. Number 2, because I'm not on your payroll. Number 3, because I don't fucking care what they're doing. And number 4, because it's not safe and I have children. Actually, that one was number 1. So move that to the front of the list. It's not safe and I have children. From that understanding, which is all true, this is all factual. I told them all this shit. This is real. I could not tell a lie if I wanted to. All of the shit that I fucking reported, I went straight to that group and I told them, hey, you guys, listen, I don't really know you like that. You know, I know you're in a situation, whatever you've got going on. Listen, why don't my kids are with their father. Why don't I make a big tray of mustacholi, salad, meatballs, Italian sausage, bring everybody over to my house. We'll have a big dinner, you know, family dinner, right? All at my expense. All from my pocket, all from my money, all from the shit that I have to pay for. I won't ask you for any money. I won't ask you for anything. Let's go. Let's have a meal. I bring them. I make a meal. I have a sit down. I tell them, hey, look, there's a fucking detective. He's trying to force me to follow you around and tell him what you're up to. He says you're a drug and party and fraud group. I don't know anything about those things, but what I do know is I don't fucking want any problems. Not with you, not with the detective. They put me in jail. They put me in jail. Do you understand me? Jail. With the crackheads and the bitch. There was a bitch in jail with patches of hair missing, covered in blood because she stabbed her significant other or her sister or her mother. And she's in there ghetto as fuck. Yeah, I fucking stabbed that bitch. I don't give a fuck. I'm sure they're going to let me out on I-bond today. And the bitch got out on I-bond. But I had to fucking wait in there for 3 days. 3 days for having a cellophane wrapper in my wallet for going to see Dylan. You don't even get body searched when you're going to a non-contact visit. But I did. And then they threw me in jail. Jail. Cook County Jail. I have no criminal record. They throw it away after they're done fucking harming me and breaking me down mentally, spiritually, and financially, taking any and everything that they can fucking get from me. But it doesn't mean that I didn't go through it still. How do you explain that my mother's best friend from high school's adopted brother, Bobby, went to a rehab, had sex with one of the counselors, and then sued them for sexual harassment and got paid $91,000? How do you explain that? But I have been being extorted and sexually harassed by this fucking Detective Shepard, inviting me to goddamn concerts and asking me to follow around this party group. And then what they did at that Weston's visit, saying, "Are you and Xavier swingers? What dick size do you like?" So in order for me to have a healthy sexual relationship with my husband, I have to disclose to some random third party what size penis I enjoy being intimate with. I'm confused. While my son was on my lap, and I haven't seen him since that day, my son. And then they charged me with civil contempt. But they don't want me to go crazy, you know? They don't want me to do anything wrong. They want me to hold it together. Starve me. Keep me in isolation. Don't even permit me access or conversation or communication with my children. Put my husband on the fucking curb on the side of the street. But also, if I'm here looking for him, he's not anywhere to be found. He's nowhere. I came here. They woke me up at 4:30 in the morning after telling me all night that Xavier's fucking around with multiple other women. They said, quote unquote, and this is a direct quote, "These bitches are hot to trot. They keep asking, where's Xavier? Xavier has the drugs. Xavier has the bitches. Xavier has the money. Xavier has the apartment at 1244 North Stone." I come here to where his cart is locked up and he's nowhere to be found. I beep like this. Can you hear it? It's loud. Multiple times. I yell his name. Xavier! Xavier! He's nowhere to fucking be found. Nowhere. Nowhere to be found. They take over his free will. They put him in wherever the fuck they want him. Whatever job that they give him other than be a stand-up man and husband and father, you know? And then they just allow these people to fuck with me, you know, to fuck with me for money, to fuck with me for whatever the fuck they want from me, to drain my gas, to make it appear as though my nose is bright red when it's not, to make fun of me on camera, off of camera, in all ways, you know, to make me literally wake up wishing I was dead. Every fucking morning I open my eyes and I say, if you're going to abuse me all day again, do me a favor and just let me stay sleeping. Please, just don't even wake me up. Wrinkles in my face, then I have a flat forehead. Xavier's dressed like a Pollock, but he just wasn't here 5 minutes ago. I drove here first. This is where I came. He was nowhere to be found. Nowhere. I went somewhere else. I called him, nowhere to be found. Then he says he was out until 3 a.m. and then they gave him a bag of Taco Bell. Because he can't get in the fucking car and sit in the back seat and make sure that I'm okay. I hate you people so much. So fucking much. I am not a federal agent. I am not an investigator. You have not given me a single fucking paycheck. You have been working me and using me and abusing me for way too long. I have gone to the literal strip club to try to find out what is happening. There's no one. There's no activity. There's nothing. You think I want to work as a stripper at this stage of my life? I don't. But I would gladly, 1,000%, 1,000,000% go and do that before I would voluntarily spend one more fucking night without a safe place to live. I want to indict everyone involved in this. If you're confused, if you haven't been understanding what I've been saying for the last 6 years, I would like everyone involved to be indicted on federal charges of being fucking kidnapping, hostage taking, collusion, RICO, scumbag, pieces of fucking shit. I married a heterosexual man with a high sex drive who loves me, who loves to massage me, who loves to be kind to me, who loves to get me gifts and food and all sorts of things. Do you remember the last time Xavier got me any fucking thing? I don't. But I do recall that I've been paying for all of his food, the roof above his head, all of our bills, transporting us to these visits for 2.5 years. There are more men than women in the world. Way more men than women. That's why there are so many gay guys and not that many lesbians. With that being said, I'm fucking beautiful and I'm smart and I'm talented and I'm kind and I'm creative and I have an amazing fucking resume. And this is not living. You haven't fucking let me live in years. And they're forcing me to discuss it because I choose to ignore all the things that they've been doing that are actual repeats of the one Heather GEE Instagram account and the way that they've been harassing me and stalking me since that stupid fucking show came out. But they did the same thing. Some guy came up to Xavier and I. He had like one of those pop-up tents on his roof. He said his name was Alex from the wilderness. And that he lives in Fox Lake, but that he likes to go camping, and he had a dog, and he pops up this tent on his roof, and in my mind, I'm like, this is it. He's gonna fucking escape me from here. I'm never gonna have to be raped again, or harmed again, or treated like shit again, or be someone's after fucking thought, be lesbian Xavier's wife, while the real Xavier goes and fucks some other bitch, or who knows what the fuck, sits in a jerk circle, or sucking each other off, or whatever fucking weird gay shit they're doing this year. God damn it. But no, that was just, oh, hey, do you want to see my pop-up tent? Wow, this is really cool. Yeah, I could easily help at least 10 to 15 people with this extra side. Wow, that's pretty fucking dope, bro. Awesome. All right, well, take my number down, but I'm never going to call you or text you or see if you're okay. The same thing as this other fucking person. Yes, that's great. I can definitely help you. I'll send you referrals for a 20% cut off of the top. All right, sounds good. Never hear from you again. It's like I haven't given anything to any of these people to cause them to feel as though I'm not a good person to be friends with, let alone anything other than that. They just keep me fucking isolated, alone with no love. They're killing me over and over and over. My whole life. When they want me to be raped, then yeah, it's fair game. Everybody go fucking rape Heather. No problem. Let's make her go crazy again. It's the only way, bro. It's not the fucking only way. It would be the way for you to go away from me and let me work, let me earn an income, let me support my kids. Stop fucking following me around and fucking with me. So then we go to this. So the guy tells Xavier and I finally got Xavier to get in the car for the first time in probably a month, and maybe a month. Yeah, about a month, 4 or 5 weeks. Xavier has been in the vehicle with me every single day. When I go to make deliveries, he's usually taking a nap. And I assumed that that was because at nighttime he would stay awake to make sure that no one was breaking into our apartment and raping me. So he's sleeping the whole time in the nice AC car while I'm working all fucking day long, doing all of these runs, deliveries. All my money is going to support us. You know, I paid $20,000 to $23,000. No one else in the entire building was paying rent. They said that they were using all my money to repair things around the building and keep the lights on. I don't even get to go there anymore. They're running a fucking air conditioning unit to my old apartment, and they've got someone else in there. Someone else's group is in my apartment. Make it make sense, right? They kept all my money. They said that they were going to refund that money to me so that I could use it for a down payment on a house. They kept every fucking penny. They gave me nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not a single penny from any of it. And then they stole my puppy, as you know, Luna. And they've had me separated from my children since 2020, but I keep on creating stability with my children. I'm able to parent them over FaceTime video, 2-3 calls a day, every day, text messages, go over there and bring them gifts, food, whatever they need. This whole entire time for the last 2.5, almost 3 years, I've been working 7 out of 7 days of the week, full time, for the last almost 3 years. 11 months at Marina City, 5 days a week. And then I began driving Lyft in November 2024. In addition to what I was doing at Marina City, multi-role hospitality, and cross-trained for everything. And then after Lyft, I added Uber, and then I was doing DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Lyft, Uber, and whatever other job I was doing. Marketing, creating databases and spreadsheets of med spas, general contractors, entertainment companies. What do I have to show for it? Every time I get an extra padding of 60, 70 bucks, they make a reason to steal it from me. They don't want me to have any fucking money because money is safety. Money is options. I can't exist here. I don't have any love here, none. There's no love for me here, none. Not even from Xavier. You need to get me the fuck out of here. I have to go now. I told you guys all the time, I have never been suicidal and I've never had a psychological impairment. I was sitting there working on my PTSD dissertation on how you resolve PTSD. And I was also referencing like a list of my traumas. And I thought, I have made a list of my traumas, but I need to balance this with a list of my peaks. So I have a whole huge list of valleys, the incessant stalking with ambulance lights and sirens. I mean, I've been reporting on this. Look at my videos from the coco.chanel.ysl account. I have been fucking reporting on this in exact detail for the last 6 years. And you people keep on saying you're not going to fucking allow it anymore. God damn it. I do not consent. I would like everyone indicted. I do not fucking consent. Anyways, as I was productively minding my own goddamn business, sitting in a fucking bench and a table with a chair, writing my dissertation on PTSD and clarifying the peaks and the valleys, all of a sudden, right, they fucking bring some nasty fucking lady. Have you guys seen that movie Hocus Pocus? You know the red-haired lady with that lady? You know how her energy is? That's what the fuck this lady's energy felt like. I couldn't even see her. She was behind me. And I don't like it when people sit behind me. There were only about 2 feet of space behind me anyway. It was definitely not an area that any rational individual would squeeze their oversized bodies into. Clearly 6 feet of fucking safe space is a societal norm. But not for this lady. You know, she fucking jammed herself in there. And I started freaking out. Everything. Now, mind you, there was a whole group of probably 6 or 7 other families or couples or individuals from the beginning of the day until that moment. I didn't have a word with any one of them. No issues, no animosity, no feeling of insecurity or displeasure or fear within my heart or soul. Nothing displeasant at all. As soon as that fucking lady, as soon as she walked by me, I felt like there was a bomb inside of my body that was about to fucking detonate. I had to pack up my laptop and get the fuck out of there as quick as possible. So, anyways, back to the record. I've been working 7 out of 7 days without fucking exception. And anytime I've put a little money aside, they've stolen it. And I was scheduled to be paid from Facebook today, just a $40 payment. But you know what? When you don't have a goddamn penny, $40 is something, right? $40, I could go get myself a quality meal, not have to be asked by the version of my husband who's laying in a fucking pile of dirt on the side of the road in a Polish lady's shrug with a fucking inflamed abdomen that looks like a fucking honeypot from Winnie the Pooh series, literally, on the side of the fucking goddamn road. On the side of the road. And I just came here an hour ago and he was nowhere to be found. And I laid on my fucking horn and I screamed his name and he was nowhere to be found. I asked him where he was. Oh, I was here. You were not here, honey. I have eyes. I have ears. You were not here. So where were you? As a matter of fact, I had to stop myself. I had to reel it the fuck back in because I wanted to push your belongings over into the street so that they could be run over. Because you left me to sleep by my fucking self in the street for the last several days. Someone went in my purse, took my keys off the key ring, put them into a different pocket of my purse. If I'm sleeping alone in my car with the doors locked, who in the fuck would have the audacity or ability to go in my fucking goddamn purse? And then you're my husband? And it's your job, your self-proclaimed job, to make sure that I'm safe and no one's harming me? But you're nowhere to be found on any given night. Yep, this is all making perfect sense to me. Tons of sense. And he knows I can't park in the city. He knows that. They've been targeting me with the tickets, the same exact situation that they did to me in 2019, where they knew something was going on. They knew that I was being targeted. They knew I was being harmed. I would go and pick up all 3 of my kids. Alexis was probably 4 years old. Vivi was probably, I don't know, maybe 13 or 12. And Lewis was probably 10 or 11. And I had to go carry groceries, clothes, all sorts of stuff. The baby's hand, the big kids, from the car to the house in the snow. And I would put my car in the alley up against the garage. And I would come back out an hour later and they would have put in 3 tickets on it. Maybe 4. And they did that every single day. And then put a boot on my car while I was asleep, while they were flooding my fucking apartment. There's no God. There is no God. Stop putting me on this fucking line with these dumb fucking bitches. I don't want to be around them. There is no God. God is not a real thing. God is fake. There's no God. God doesn't allow single women, mothers to suffer their entire fucking lives. God does not allow shit like this. There is no God. Stop saying that shit. They said no one will have to sleep without an apartment. No one will be without housing. They've got a Naomi-looking bitch. They're stalking me with some sort of third dimension individuals. They don't even look like the real versions of them that I know. They very clearly are not that person. But they're also very clearly and obviously and overtly an attempt at making me feel like, oh God, it's that person. Xavier is heterosexual. We have a 2.5-year-old son together who is supposedly with his mother, Celia. Why are you making my husband look like a fucking lesbian dressed in Polak clothes, wearing some lady fucking pink chanclas and a pink, red, and yellow shrug? Why are you making him not here when I need him? Why are you preventing him from answering the fucking phone? And then just as I'm about to give up, just as I'm about to try to just find someone else to be with, just as I'm about to look for a new husband, say to hell with this whole fucking identity. You know, who the fuck cares? I could just go by my maiden name, you know, or my married name, or just make up a fucking name. Who cares, right? Fuck all of this. As soon as I take that position, boom, here come the sanctions. Invisible fucking fence like a big dog all over the place. Heather can move 10 feet in this direction, 1 mile in that direction, 30 feet in that direction. She's not permitted to speak with anyone who has a penis. She's not permitted to be friends with anyone at all. If she speaks with people, she's only allowed to say, hello, how are you? She can't give any details of what's been going on. She's not allowed to feel loved or supported. No one can hug her or care for her or give her a massage. Who the fuck is making the rules here, bro? What the fuck is going on? What is going on? 2026. That's where we're at. August 23rd, 2026. For the last 6 months, the only way they feed me is if I go and steal it. So, I don't know what to do anymore. Well, not 6 months. It's actually been since 6 weeks. I'm sorry, 6 weeks. And they also get mad at me and make fun of me and call me a drug addict for taking the medication that Dr. Saulani prescribes me that helps me not have an appetite and also puts me in direct compliance with the demands of that bullshit-ass, fake-ass agency. Not that I need to worry about that anymore because I haven't even been able to see my son since April. To everyone involved in this case, now he's just there sleeping on the sidewalk, you know, but he wasn't there. I came around here like looking for him and he wasn't there. I'm already exhausted. I woke up exhausted. Can't park in the city because they always target me with tickets. They've been making me pay, even though the tickets that they said I had were paid off multiple times. There was one time I had to go in there with $800 cash and give it to them so that they could remove the boot off of my Cadillac. Literally. When I went to ask for receipt for that payment recently, like a year ago, they said there is no record of that payment ever being made. I swear to God, I'm not lying. Mama Nelly had to drive to Pulaski and Montrose to meet me. I had stab wounds all over my side body. It was 2019. They said there's no record. The payment plans and the tickets have been paid off so many times. It's not even funny. They didn't let me enjoy a penny of my money. Not a penny. So they wanted me to tell you what they curated. So I went to, they feel really proud of themselves. I went to take a photo at the beach, and that wasn't even my intended purpose. My intended purpose was to find somewhere Xavier and I could go to run away so that the people who keep stalking us and harming us can't get us anymore. You know, there's no way. I've called the police hundreds of times. They haven't helped at all. Not at all that I know of. I'm in the same situation that was already happening in 2019. If you go back to the original Instagram, it's all there. The original YouTube, it's all there. Everything is very, very well documented. It's been implicated that they're trying to cook audio to change the real situation that was going on in 2019 so that the people who were responsible for it don't get in trouble, so they could misplace, displace, or cause confusion. So with that being said, Xavier and I are in this situation where Xavier intermittently taps out of his ability to be there for me, taps out of his gender identity of male. It's gross and fucking disgusting. I don't want to be around any of this shit. They keep calling me Dylan's wife or whomever's wife, the lead's wife, whatever that means. Well, whoever the fuck your lead is a shitty piece of shit for a husband. How about that? If I'm their wife, why don't you fucking speak to them about why the fuck they don't take care of their wife? Why their wife doesn't have a fucking budget? Why their wife is fucking terrified and sleeping by herself? They're a shitty fucking husband, whoever the fuck they are. So anyways, we go to the beach, right? Trying to hide from everyone. It's a private beach. And I'm wearing a bikini and a dress and this sun hat. And it's been about 3 weeks now since I've been able to work. 3 weeks tomorrow. They froze all of my delivery applications on the same day. And then I went and got a job at a gas station the next day because I'm not too bougie to take any job that's going to pay me so that I don't have to fucking be a broke bitch loser or a get on your knees dick sucker, you know, whatever. I'll definitely take a gas station job. I'll definitely take a job flipping fucking burgers. Yes, I'm intelligent enough to fucking go get a job as your boss, your mom's boss, and your father's. But, you know, since we have a hater group in the demographic this time, I have to do to their level what's acceptable. And to their level, it's probably going to be food service, maybe if that. And so, okay, no problem. No worries that I went to college and invested in my, you know, ability to do business. What I'll do is I'll pretend like I'm just going to do marketing and, you know, sales. I'll call these businesses and really pitch a service that I know they've already evolved past a need for. But if I don't, then I'm sitting here like this. All fucking day. And it's not even, that would be the best. They don't let me sleep. They make me extremely exhausted and then they force me to fight sleep. So it's like, I'm like this and they won't let me go to sleep during those times. Then the times when I do have the opportunity to go to sleep, they don't allow me to. Then I'm sitting there wide awake. It's like they have been tasked with doing the opposite of what causes any sort of flow, happiness, you know, stability. Then it switches to the demographic that understands flow, happiness, and stability. And for like 30 hours, I don't have a single complaint. Boom, 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 boom. Cruising through life, enjoying every moment. Then they're back and it's like every single red light, every single antagonistic trauma trigger, every single insecurity and way to make fun of a person, every single obstacle, hide her husband, don't let her children answer the phone. I mean, it's awful. And it's awful. It's fucking terrible. I don't know if you've ever had your mind space taken by someone who puts you on a line of communication. So it's not like you can just be like, oh, that's my friend Sarah, or that's my friend Nicole, or that's my friend Sam, or that's my friend Nick, or that's my friend Dylan. I'm going to have conversations with them because I like them and I'm going to allow them to be in my life. It's like if Sam and Dylan and Nick and Nicole and whoever the fuck, Sarah, were just in your fucking goddamn ear hole and had access to you whenever the fuck they want it. That's what it's like. And you don't even fucking like them. You don't even like them. You wouldn't pick them as friends ever. The fact that, so we go to the private beach. I did that photo shoot. It's on my Instagram. As you can see, they surround me with cops. Xavier holds the door open. I'm freaking out. I'm like, please close the door, close the door, close the door. If you know, I've been abused by pretty much everybody and their fucking mother over the last 6 years. Prior to that, never been a victim of violent abuse ever, never been dragged down the street, never been subjected to any of that. They surrounded me by cops in Wrigleyville claiming that I had a bomb and guns in my car. I didn't have either. Pulled me out of the car, searched everything, blah, blah, blah. Then pulled me out of the car. And Xavier wasn't there. Lo and behold, Xavier never has any of these issues. It's just Heather that continues to have these issues. Then They bring me to Gurney to a state park, and we're the only ones there. It's daytime, probably 10 a.m. And I'm in a bathing suit with my dress on, and I'm doing a few photos. I get back in the car. I start editing. Xavier's walking around. We're surrounded by cops. You want to tell us what's going on here? I'm not fucking doing anything. I'm never fucking doing anything. What the fuck do you want from me? Then I'm asking Xavier, close the fucking door. I don't want this fucking bitch. And they look like crackhead cops. They're covered in tattoos. They're fucking clear. The bitch has her hair like this. Literally. This is the cops. Okay? Like, how do you walk around like that? You're a woman in uniform carrying a badge of honor. And you look like you just got done getting dragged around by your fucking high bun. Like, what is going on? And then I'm trying to close the door so that they can't drag me. You know, I close it and lock it. Like, he's like, you're not free to leave. You're not free to leave. I'm like, I haven't done a goddamn thing. Nothing at all. I'm sitting here doing nothing wrong. Nothing. And I go and I like stretch out to the back before they had gotten out of the car. I just saw him coming. And I'm telling Xavier, close the door. He's standing there holding the fucking door open. Like he wants them to fucking drag me or harm me. This is my husband. There's no fucking God. Don't fucking ever tell me that there's God.